On this day in history, September 6, 1901, President William McKinley was shot in Buffalo, New York, while shaking hands with the public in the Temple of Music at the Pan-American Exposition. The Pan-American Exposition, held between May 1st and November 2nd, 1901, was a world's fair that showcased numerous exhibits on transportation and various global themes. It was also considered an art exhibition with many American paintings, sculptures, and other works of art on display. President McKinley, who was 6 months into his second term, was at the height of his power. He had led the United States to victory in the Spanish-American War and marked a return to prosperity for the nation. Therefore, his re-election in 1900 came convincingly. President McKinley loved meeting with the public and did not like his security personnel to come between him and them. Before the events at the Temple of Music, his secretary had removed his meet and greet with the public twice, but the president reinstated it to his schedule both times. While shaking hands, a 28-year-old anarchist named Leon Czolgosz fired 2 shots into his chest, making the president collapse forward. He was immediately rushed to the hospital, where they found 2 bullet wounds, one as a superficial puncture to the sternum and one that had dangerously entered his abdomen. He was rushed into surgery, and by September 12th, the president seemed to be on the mend. However, his condition worsened, and on September 14th he passed away, making him the 3rd president in U.S. history to be assassinated. After receiving a presidential funeral in Washington, D.C., President McKinley's coffin was transported by train to Canton, Ohio for burial in his hometown. Czolgosz, who had no remorse for his actions, was convicted and sentenced to death by electric chair on October 29th, 1901.